Fans of strategy battle game, welcome to another Hobbit strategy battle gaming battle report. Gaming with your host James, and today we've got something very special for these guys, haven't we?
We have indeed.
I am joined by patron and long-term subscriber and friend of the show, for those of you that get the gag. It's of course James Scullion.
Hey guys.
Woo! You may have seen this guy commenting on various YouTube videos. How long have you been subscribed to the various things that we do, GVHL podcast?
Not far from the start.
Brilliant.
6 months in, maybe.
And how are you finding all the content? Are you enjoying it?
Brilliant, yeah. Always on it. Don't miss a video.
Brilliant. So James is here from Cardiff, travelled up for the weekend to enjoy Manchester, probably scouting it out for Ardacon, like most of you guys out there should be, trying to find good places to go and stay. And we've got something nice planned for you today. We've actually tried to put together something that's quite cinematic in a way, and an opportunity for you to bring out some very cool miniatures painted by my good friends and sponsors, Shadow and Flame. So what have we got?
We've got some Champions of Erebor.
Woo! So it's something that we've not really seen before so far on Hot Games Gaming.
I don't think so.
Which would be really, really cool. And as such, we've tried to create a kind of fun, cinematic scenario down here for you. So I'm also going to take some things that I've never taken before. Neither of these are kind of optimised lists, you would say, although we're yet to see the Champions of Erebor in action on the channel.
No, I haven't seen the channels. So.
Absolutely fantastic. So we're going to try and create a scenario here where somehow Gandalf has not been rescued from Dol Guldor. The White Council
has not made it.
No, they didn't do it. Now, of course, that would have had a knock-on effect to the Battle of Five Armies and the like, but we're going to ignore that. We're going to imagine that the Battle of Five Armies went the way that it did anyway, and the Champions of Erebor are going to assault Dol Guldor and try and rescue Gandalf. So let's go down, let's show you those beautiful miniatures from Shadow and Flame, and let's also show you what they're going to be up against in this HGG Battle Report Adventures in Arda. So the protagonists for this Adventures in Arda are going to be the Champions of Erebor, and we're going to have lots of fun, aren't we, James, trying to remember the rules?
Oh god, yeah.
So if you want to just very, very briefly just talk me through who we've got in this. It's a 690 point list. I've also got 690 points. What have we got here?
Here we've got Thorin, King Under the Mountain. He hasn't got Orcrist, so we don't have to worry about wounds for orcs and stuff. We've got the two brothers, Fili and Kili. Little Bilbo hidden in the middle there. The two brothers, Dwalin and Balin, and then another brother group of Oin and Gloin.
Fantastic, so I'm looking forward to seeing these guys in action and seeing what are they going to be up against. We're going to show you now. And laying in wait, springing the ambush, because it is undoubtedly a trap. We have got a Dol Guldor themed force here. Well, that's what we tried to spin it as. So on that far right hand side, we have got the Dark Marshal, and the Dark Marshal behind him, he of course has the independent heroes that are Castellans of Dol Guldor. I don't remember ever using these. I think I've used them as dismounts before for the Morgul Knights. That's a good point actually. No, I don't know any dismounts, so I have to work out what to do there. They've all got Morgul Blade, which of course if they do manage to stick it to someone who's out of fate, then that person will die. So we'll see how they get on against the Champions of Erebor. And then over on this side we also have a Black Númenórean Marshal, leading 5 Morgul Knights, one of which has got the banner. And in the middle we've got a Witch King. He's pretty basic Witch King. He's got 1 might, he's got 2 fate, and he's got 11 will, but no other thrills. So that is our Dol Guldor themed force. We're going to show you the board and talk you through the scenario right now. So this is our board for today's matchup. And in Adventures in Arda, you can see in the middle, trapped in some ruins, which will slightly represent part of Dol Guldor. Yeah. We have got this beautiful Gandalf, again painted by Kev Lawrence of Shadow and Flame. There we go. I do recommend that you go and check out these guys' work. Now he's going to count as the prize for the purposes of this matchup. And the job of the Champions of Erebor is to carry that prize off of any board edge for the victory. Not going to be as easy as it sounds, because my force is a little bit more mobile, but my force's job is to succeed in the ambush. They have got to break the Champions of Erebor, which is going to be quite tough because they've got to kill 5. Yeah. They've got to kill 5.
Nice light defense.
So hopefully this will be reasonably balanced. We've not playtested or anything, but it should be good fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to deploy and get this game started. So as per Seize the Prize, both sides have deployed 12 inches away from the centre of the board and 12 inches from our own edges of the board. So you can see the Dol Guldor force here forming up a nice line with Castellans of Dol Guldor guarding each of the flanks. Meantime, the cavalry in the middle, and over there across the field of battle we have the Champions of Erebor screaming Dubakar, getting themselves ready for the fight. We're going to roll for turn 1 priority in the first report on Hotgates Gaming using the GBTL Bosch dice. Let's see what happens. You've got your Redos dice, yeah. You get a 4. Bosch! That couldn't have been sweeter. There we go. First turn is the Champions of Erebor. So with the first turn, of course, the Champions of Erebor have just trundled up towards the centre, hearing the pleas of Gandalf the Grey trapped in the middle. Of course, this is Seize the Prize, remember, 4+ to free him from his cage. And then over on this side, of course, the forces of evil of the Witch King of Angmar have all moved up around that side of the ruin. So there is nothing left to do. There's no spell casting, no shooting, I don't believe. So here we go. Let's go for turn 2 priority. With your Redos dice, you get a 3. And it's a 3, so it is going to in fact go to me. So the Champions of Erebor have advanced up in response to the ensnaring circle. That is the forces of Dol Guldor. You can see that they have moved round the flanks here. Witch King has stayed back, and then just past the ruin here, some of the Morgul Knights have started to enclose the trap. There was no magic, no casting, and I don't believe there's any shooting. No. So that's going to bring us into turn 3 already, and this I think is where the action starts to happen. Yeah. Here we go. And it's going to go to Dol Guldor. The field of battle after most of the Dol Guldor forces have moved, and we are coming in now because the Witch King is going to be advancing forwards, and in his sights 12 inches away is Thorin Oakenshield. So he's going to attempt to sapball you. He's going to use 2 will points, which I'll mark off in a second, and he needs a 3+ to do this. And he gets to 6, so the opposite side of the dice than what you wanted to see. Yeah. So you have 3 will. What would you like to do?
We'll spend 2 trying that.
Spend 2. So we need the 6 here. You do have 3 might. Let's see. Oh no, and I'm guessing you're not going to use 2 points of might. So Thorin is going to be will-less. So not one to be shown up by his leader, the Lord of the Nazgul. The Dark Marshal is going to advance up. He's going to advance up like so, and he's also going to try and do the same to Dwalin, of course recognising that these are going to be the biggest threats, well we think, against the Dol Guldor forces here. Now he's only going to use 1 will point because he doesn't have a huge amount, he's more of a combat wraith. I think he needs a 4+, but we'll have a little look. So what's he get? He gets a 1, he definitely doesn't need that. That's a Bosch! Everybody likes the Bosch dice, and with that he's going to go back over to the Champions of Erebor. So the Champions of Erebor, Thorin's company, are closing in on Gandalf the Grey. They have advanced up, but they don't have any projectiles. Of course, now Thorin is will-less thanks to the Witch King of Angmar, and the net and noose has tightened, which means that it certainly is going to be the clash of the Titans going into turn 4. Priority. Let's see how we do. Good luck. And it's going to go to the Witch King and his Dol Guldor minions. So Gloin, father of Gimli, he has decided to call a heroic move, and I think looking at how little might I have, I'm going to let Mr. Scullion have this. So we're going to come back after they've moved and after Dol Guldor have attempted to counter their advances. So of course, so much of Dol Guldor causes terror. Now remember, this is at -1 because of the Witch King and Dark Marshal's around as well. So I believe Gloin will be courage 6, which is basically down to 5. Okay, so roll well.
Here we go.
That's not great. So you need to use a point of will
to get him in. Yeah.
So you're going to use a point of will, and that's him out.
That's him out. Yeah, he's only got the one.
And he's going to charge in.
Yeah, he's going to come into this centre one here.
Brilliant. Now it is down to Oin, and Oin's going to be charging in against that Castellan of Dol Guldor. He's normally courage 5.
He is courage 6.
So he's courage 6 as well, so he's down to 5. So here we go.
Bit better. Yeah.
Oh, he loves it. Much braver than Gloin. And
Big brother showing him what to do.
He gets himself in. So having seen his brother Balin advance up, now it's the turn of Dwalin, attempting to charge the Castellan of Dol Guldor. Normally courage 6, now down to 5.
So here we go again.
He gets.
Oh, he's well in.
He loves it. So he's going to trundle over.
He's going to come in. Just in there.
And he gets himself in. There we go. So here we go. The Champions of Erebor have of course done their charges, and in response some of the Castellans of Dol Guldor over on that side have got themselves involved, and in the meantime the Morgul Knights have been skirting around those ruins waiting for the right opportunity to attack. But we are coming in now because the Witch King of Angmar, recognising that there are some willless champions down there which makes them slightly vulnerable, he's going to attempt to transfix, and he's going to go for Gloin. He's going to use 1 dice for this, and I believe for transfix needs a 3+. So here we go, needing a 3+. Come on.
Yes.
And Gloin is going to be transfixed. So poor Gloin. And as you can see there, you may have noticed that there are some ring markers that do very handily say transfix. You'll see that Bilbo has the ring on. We've just got an immobilised marker on him for now. But if you do want to get hold of some of these, you can contact my good friend over at Top Table Wargaming. It's a great way of stopping your miniatures from getting chipped by having to line them on their sides, and you will notice that some of the Castellans of Dol Guldor have had that issue in the past. So anything you can do to stop your miniatures from getting chipped is a good thing. So without further ado, we're actually going to come in with the Dark Marshal next, and the Dark Marshal is going to advance up. Remember, he's got a 6-inch banner, which is quite handy, so he doesn't have to get right in. He's not really a spellcaster, so we're only going to use 1 again, and he's going to attempt to transfix Thorin. Again, on a 3+, can he do it? And he does. We have a transfixed Thorin. So here we go. As you can see, the transfixed, immobilised Thorin has also been charged. So Gloin and Thorin look a little bit in peril. It has to be said. It does have to be said. So that is how our battlefield is looking. Of course, there is no shooting, so we're going to go on to the combat phase. So hoping to strike a little bit of fear into the rest of the Champions of Erebor, this Castellan of Dol Guldor is going to go first against Gloin. You of course are son of Gloin, aren't you? So here we go. It makes sense that we are going to start with this. And of course the Castellan of Dol Guldor has 2 attacks. Now you are transfixed, so you go down and come back up to 2 because you rounded up. Okay, so you've got 2 dice here. You are a lower fight than me though. What do you get? You get a 5. It's not bad at all. Okay, what do we get? Oh, we get a 3, and you are going to take that because of course they don't have any might or the like. So an opportunity missed perhaps for that Castellan of Dol Guldor. Gloin survives. I'm going to move on to the next combat. So that wasn't great. So that Castellan, of course, because of the will of the Necromancer, he will lose a will point for being in the combat. It does deter some heroic combating from these guys, I suppose. Yeah. So here we go. We've got the next Castellan, and he is up against Oin, I believe. Is that Oin?
Yep.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, so Oin isn't transfixed. How many attacks has he got?
Just the 1 for Oin.
1 attack?
1 attack.
Oh, wow. Okay, so... Oh, I had a banner reroll for thingy. Let's just do that quickly.
See if that works.
Let's see if that works. No. Okay, so you've rolled a 3 there. Okay, so... and you've got 3 might?
2, I think, Oin.
2, so he's a bit more like a captain.
Oh, only the 1. Only the 1 for Oin.
Only 1, so I get a 4 highest. I guess...
what fight are you, though?
In fight 5.
He's only 4?
Is he only fight 4?
I think
wow.
so.
So Oin could be in a little bit of a spot of bother here. Yeah, Castellan's at fight 5 with 2 attack.
Yeah, only fight 4.
Only fight 4.
Yeah.
So, wow, he's going to be out. Now, he isn't trapped. I'm guessing he's got 1 fate and 2 wounds. Is that correct? Just like a captain?
It is, yeah.
Right, so I'm not going to use my mortal blade here. I'm just going to strike him normally. Now we are strength 5. And your defense? 8. So it will still be 6s. So here we go. Needing 6s. But we get a Bosch and we get a 4 and we don't do it. So Gloin does survive and oh, whoops. And there we go. He is going to back away. So we're going to go on to the next combat. Next up, we are going to do Dwalin the Beast, and Dwalin's going to. What's he going to do?
Yeah, I'll go with this two-handed weapon.
Two-handed. So he's got 3 dice here. You are high fight value. So let's see. Do you get that 6?
Oh,
No,
Bosch, needed the Bosch dice.
That deserved the Bosch dice. Okay. Now hopefully there isn't a counter Bosch here. There's a 6. Oh, I did see the Bosch first, but the 6 wins it. So there we go. So, I don't think he'll be trapped, he can go right between the middle there. Okay, so you back away, and you are defense...
8 again.
8 again, so needing 6s. It's going to be tough to crack. No, we get a 2 and a 3.
Those Bosches are coming out beautifully.
The Bosch is coming out nicely for that. But the Castellan does win the fight. Next up, we're over on this side of the fight, and again, we have got a Castellan versus Keely? Feely in there, brilliant stuff. Okay, so you're not transfixed or anything, so you get 3 attacks or 2? 2 attacks?
Yeah.
2 attacks, so you're like a captain as well?
Yeah.
Right, and you get a 5 of it. Are you fight 5 as well?
Yes, fight 5 on him, I think.
Okay, so we want to see a 5+ here. And we only get a 4, but we do have a banner reroll because of the Dark Marshal. So can the banner do it? Oh no, it doesn't. We get a 4. So you are going to win that fight. So I'm going to back away. And I am defense 7 and you are strength 4, so you will need 6s here. So.
Here we go.
Oh, we do get a 6 on the campaign dice. You can get those from Steve from
Steve as well, yeah.
You're Steve's #1 customer.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can use Will as fate. So this guy's got 11 left. So, oh, that's your dice. Here we go. We've got to use the Bosch dice, haven't we? So fate point #1 fails. So he's down to 10.
There we go.
And he's down to 9. So he's down to 9, but he saves that, and we're going to mark that off now. So, not quite a duel of ages because unfortunately Thorin has been transfixed. Could be a little bit of a sticky predicament perhaps. Let's see, what can he do? So he's got 2 attacks here.
Yeah.
Unless he's not got a shield or anything, has he?
No.
Okay, so here we go. So what does he get?
Gets a 5.
He gets a 5, it's not bad, it's not bad. Dark Marshal, of course, at the moment, high fight value, gets the 6. So, you are going to be knocked down. You are going to be knocked down. So we're going to get 6 dice here. And we do need 6s, it's your defense 8.
Defense 8 again, yeah.
Defense 8, so it will be 6s here. So let's see a few of these. Oh,
Cocked,
it's terrible.
Cocked 1-1.
Oh, well, it's very kind of you, but no, look at that. Okay, and I'm not going to be using any might to get rid of that. So I was hoping for at least 1 there. But it does mean that Thorin does survive. But he's going to be knocked on his bum. So we're going to place the appropriate marker on him. The prone one.
Here we go.
This is like a sales video just for
Steve, yeah.
For Steve, there we go. So he's going to be prone, but notice that we don't have to knock over those beautiful Champions of Erebor minis. And that is how the battle at Dol Guldor is looking. So, not looking great at the moment. For either side really. You've not got a prize, you've lost a bit of will, I've lost some will. Let's see what we can do. Going into the next turn.
Here we go. We get a 3.
You get a 3, it's not strong. It's definitely not as strong as that. Priority is going to go to Dol Guldor, and Bilbo is going to be calling a heroic move, and I am not going to counter. So Thorin's going to try and lead by example. He has stood back up and he's going to attempt to charge. Well, he would still be on the floor at this point, but let's just see. Does he charge the Dark Marshal? So he's down to courage 5 because of Harbinger of Evil. He's got no will, but he just makes it. He just makes it. So he's going to stand up and move in on Dark Marshal there, negating his charge, and we'll come back with any other terror tests that we've got to take. So it's the turn of the brothers. Turn of the brothers, nephews of the king. They're each going to try and charge a Castellan each. So we're going to start off with Feely over on the left with the blonde hair. Down to courage 5 now. Yeah, they're all courage 6. So what does he get? And he makes it in. Makes it in just about. So he's
waste any of those high rolls.
No, definitely not. So here we go. So next up, of course, we have his brother, the handsome.
Here we go then, Keely. Come on.
And he loves it. He loves it.
Straight in.
He loves it. It's all that field work he's been doing in Poldark. So there we go. And that's how it's looking right now. Who else are you going to be having charge in?
Dwalin will charge in as well.
So Dwalin's going to attempt to charge in here. What do you get? Courage 5. And he loves it. More of those campaign 6s. Gloin up next, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
So Gloin's coming in. Oh, he's absolutely bold. So he's shaken off that transfix, that almost like a horrible drug, nasty hangover, and he's going for it. And then over here we've got these two. We're going to have Oin charging in.
Yeah, Oin will charge in first and then followed by Balin.
Here we go. What can he get? He loves it again.
So
He loves it again. He makes it in. And next up Balin. And loves it. So all of the dwarves have done their job. They're not even interested in helping Gandalf at the moment.
Smash everything.
They don't even care. They're not even bothered.
And then Bilbo will just come up.
And Bilbo's just going to hover behind there. So there we go. That is how it's looking before we go on to the turn of Dol Guldor. So now with everything being charged, it's going to be the turn of Dol Guldor, and they've got to do this in a particular order, really. So we're going to start things off with a Witch King. Again, just staying a bit out of it. He's going to go to there, and he's just going to one dice try and transfix Gloin. So here we go. What can we do?
Oh, smashes it.
He smashes it. So we'll knock another one off for the Witch King, but Gloin is going to be transfixed with that beautiful transfixed marker hanging off of him. There we go. So the knights are all piling in now. They really want to tighten the trap. So we're going to come in because the Dark Marshal is going to try and immobilise and transfix Thorin. So 3+. Wow, 6s. These boss dice are, you know, hit and miss maybe.
Magic's strong.
The magic is strong, and then he is going to. Oh, I needed to do that after he moved round. I initially was going to move him round to there.
Yeah.
This was the order that we were going for, and he was going to then come in and try and get in on Mr.
Poldark.
Mr. Poldark. So there we go. That's how it's looking. Everything is committed now, really, apart from the Witch King, which makes sense, and also the banner as well. But wow, it's a real little scrum in there. Really trying to try and get those kills.
Yeah.
There won't be any shooting, so we're going to come back with a combat phase. So here we go. Let's start the combat phase. There are going to be a few bits and pieces that are called. Oin and Balin are both going to be calling heroic strikes, recognising that we're up against Fight 4 and Fight 5 respectively. And also over there, Keely. Yes, I was getting confused. Keely is also calling one against Dark Marshal and has been countered. There are no heroic combats on your part, so I'm going to pick and choose where I want to go first. So we're going to start off with Balin versus the Morgul Knights. Balin versus the Morgul Knights. So you are Fight 4 anyway. So no matter what you roll here, you're going to go higher.
Equal.
Exactly. So he's now going to go more. So how many attacks has he got?
He's only got 1.
Oh wow.
Yeah, him and Oin have only got 1.
Oh wow. Well, this could be. Well, come on, go and roll a 6. Oh no. So we have to have that ultimate hashtag Bosch moment here. And you got no might left? Has he got 1 left?
Not since striking, so.
No.
That's it.
That's him done. So you need to see 2 Bosches here. It's the opposite. Wow. So I've just written. Yeah. So you're
knocked down.
You're knocked down here. Now your defence.
8. They're all defence 8.
All defence 8. So this will be 5s by 3s. We need 5s by 3s here. We get 1. Okay. And then followed by 3. And it does. We've got a wound there on Balin. And he has got how many fates?
2 fate, 2 wounds.
2 fate, 2 wounds. You can use your fate.
Yeah, we use the first one.
So using first point of fate, and he
he's
passes. He passes. So there we go. He's now down to 1 fate, and we're going to move along the line. So next up, it's Oin. It's Oin. Now he's just fighting against 1 Castellan. Now if he rolls a 1 here, you'll equal me.
Equal fight.
So let's see. What can you get? Don't roll another 1. Oh, he gets a 5, so you are going to be higher. Now, how many attacks have you got?
Just 1 as well.
Oh, no. Right, okay, so, come on. We need to see a 6 here. Campaign 6. It's a 5. It's pretty strong, and you've got mine, haven't you? No, you're out. Oh, wow.
As well. These are proper captain profiles.
So, a 6 here. You're in trouble. Oh, it's off the table. The tension. The tension mounts. Oh, it's a Bosch. It's the wrong side of that face. So, there we go. So, I am going to back away an inch. There we go, and you get to hit me. So you are strength 4, and you've not got any shenanigans or anything. No. So you will need a 6 here. Oh,
Yeah.
and he gets it. So of course I have to use my fate points as wounds. So here we go. First one. He passes.
easy.
But it does mean that he's 2 willed down from before. So we'll mark that off and we'll move on to the next combat. So next up we've got the Morgul Knight and also the Castellan of Dol Guldor, who are fighting against a transfixed Gloin. So Gloin's got 2 dice here. So what does he get? He gets a 5. It's not bad. It's not bad. So we're going to start off with the charging Morgul Knight. He's I might as well roll them together. And the 2 from the Castellan here. What do we get? Oh, that's terrible. We're going to re-roll the Bosch dice with the banner. Oh, it's off the table. Oh no! Double Bosch. And Gloin survives again. So these guys are going to have to back away. And there we go. On to the next combat. Dwalin versus the Automaton of Evil. What are you going to get? Are you using...
Gonna go 2-handed.
Sounds good. 3 dice. Smashes it with a 6. So here we go. So how many wounds can you cause? So you went 2-handed. So you're strength 5, so you would need 5s, but that becomes 4s because you're 2-handed and burly.
Okay. 1.
Okay, so you've got 1, and you need a point mine or not?
No, we'll save it for now.
Saving it.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we go. So I've already lost 1 for being in the combat. Okay. So next one passes. So losing 2 there, and he is going to have to back away. And it's another defeated Castellan. So let's start off over here. First of all with Keely.
Which one are you going for?
I don't know. The blonde one. Feely.
Feely, yeah.
Feely. Okay. So it's Feely versus Morgul Knight and 1. We're equal fight.
Yeah.
And what do you get with your 2? You
A
get
6.
a 6 with your brand new Redos dice. Okay, so here we go. So I've got 4 here, and I need a 6 to match it. And we do.
Okay.
So it's going to be a roll off. Now, it was my priority. This is when you want to see a Bosch. On a 1 to 3, it goes to Dol Guldor, but on a 4 to 6, it goes to the Champions of Erebor. Oh, and it goes to the Champions of Erebor, and you are going to take that. So he's going to back away an inch. He's going to back away. Ooh, we're going to have to back this way into him. Okay, so who are you going to strike?
Who's the lower defence? That's the question.
Well, Morgul Knight is defence 6, and you are strength 4, so you need 5s versus him, and you'll need 6s versus him.
We'll go against the knight then, straight against
You can
him.
do 1 against the Knight first.
Yeah.
1 against the Knights first, needing 5s. Nails it, so you kill the Knights, so first casualty. And then the next one against the Castellan of Dol
Needing that
Guldor.
6.
Oh, you get a 5, you could use a point of might if you want to.
Oh no, you've got loads of fate, haven't you, with
Yeah.
your will, so we'll leave that.
You're going to leave that.
Yeah.
Okay. So there we go. So you do manage to kill a Morgul Knight, and the Castellan, of course, is reduced by further 1 will. So next up, it is the heroic strike-off. We've got the Dark Marshal and Company versus Keely. Here we go.
So, striking up.
Let's go, Son of Gloin. Oh, he goes
Straight
up.
up.
So here we go. We need a 4+ here, 50-50 chance. Oh, it's only a 3. We're a lower fight value. Okay, so you've got 2 attacks here.
Yep.
And how much might have you got? 1 left.
He's got both. He's got 2.
Heroic struck.
Yeah, 1 now.
1 left.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So here we go. Oh, and look at that, the Redos dice performs magnificently for the man. So he's going to move back, he is going to move back, and he is also going to move back. So not fantastic turn for Dol Guldor. So who are you going to start off striking?
First one will go on the knight.
Makes sense, okay, so you will need a 5, of course. Oh, and loves it!
Just rolling on.
Slays the Morgul Knight from the table, and that's 2 casualties. And your next strike?
Let's put one on the Dark Marshal.
Makes sense, makes complete sense. He's only got 1 wound and 2 fate.
It's not going to make any difference.
But he's not going to get that, so there we go. That's how we're currently looking. We're going to go on to final combat with Thorin. So it's the turn of Thorin. Can Dol Guldor chip away at this Champions of Erebor force? It's not looking good so far. So Thorin, there he is. He's got 2 attacks because he is transfixed. What's going to happen to him? He gets a 5, it's not bad, it's not bad. So we're going to start off with the Castellan. Gets the 6. Okay, so we are going to win that.
Yeah.
Now, so we're going to start with the Dark Marshals 2. So he will need 6s here, the Dark Marshal. And he does, he gets 1. So that's going to be 1 wound. So if you roll your fate. and you pass. So he's just down to 2 fate now.
Yeah.
So of course the Morgul, not Morgul Stalker, the Castellan of Dol Guldor won't be using his Morgul Blade, and he's going to do his 2, and he will need 6s as well.
Yeah.
5s versus 8s is 6s. So here we go. 6s. Oh, and it's another 1. It's another 1. So
let's see.
Second fate point fails. You're going to use a point of might, or you're going to use your last fate.
We'll use point might. He's still got leads left.
There we go. So you're going to use a point of might, which is going to take him down to 2.
Yep.
And that is our battlefield. That is how it's looking. So there's nothing left to do but to roll for the next turn's priority. I've always got to be careful. What turn is it? Okay, here we go. Oh, you had a 1. It's not strong. You've not been doing great on the priority front. Oh, but it's a 1, and that is going to go to you. So it really is a scrum in the middle. Champions of Erebor aren't even bothered about Gandalf. They don't even care. They just want to take out. They just want to take out the Dol Guldor's troops. So here we go. I've called a heroic move with the Black Numenor Marshal. So he's going to be down to 1 might. But here we go. Dwalin has countered. So it was your priority. So on a 1 to 6, on a 4 to 6 it goes to you, but on a 1 to 3 it's going to go to evil. Where does it go? Oh, it goes to evil. This is phenomenal news. Phenomenal news. So Dol Guldor having won the roll off for the move off, everything is started charging in, but we're coming in because we do have a bit of spell casting. So once again, the Witch King is going to, he's going to use 2 this time to transfix Gloin. So here we go. Oh, he gets it on that 5. I saw that last. I did have a feeling there was going to be a Bosch dice somewhere. So Gloin is now transfixed, so we'll put that on. But we'll come in as well because the Dark Marshal, before he charges in, he's going to use 1. We'll have to mark off 1 of his will because he was in a combat last time. He's going to use 1 to do the same on Thorin. In fact, he's going to use 2. Oh, risky. He's going to use 2 here. So how does he do? Needing a 3+. Loves it.
Smashes it.
Loves it. So I wanted to make sure that he was transfixed. So Thorin is also transfixed, and we'll carry on with Evil Movement. So there's only one thing for it, and that is of course Bilbo to do his thing. So he's gone up into base contact with Gandalf. He's going to go and try and save his old friend. So he needs a 4+ here in order to pick up the prize, which is of course Gandalf, effectively freeing him. Oh, when he does it on the first time of asking. Now Gandalf doesn't, unfortunately for you, become an active player. He's just a prize, although that would be awesome. And now Bilbo is going to have to try and get him off. So we're going to come back with the combat phase. So to start the combat phase, we have got Keely over there who is calling a heroic strike. And that is being countered by the Dark Marshal's final 1 as well. Want to try and take him out.
Yeah.
Want to try and take him out. So yes. So with that, it was your priority. You get to pick which one you would like to do first.
We'll start with Feely.
So we're going to start with Feely.
Yeah.
So Feely is blonde haired. We're both matching fight value.
Yeah.
We've both got the same number of attacks here. So what do you get? You get a 4. It's not great, but you've got 2 might with him or 1?
2, yeah.
2 with him. So let's see. Double 6s. I'm guessing you're not going to use both points of might?
No.
No. Okay, so you do back away, and you're defense 8 as well. Everyone's defense 8 in Champions of Erebor. They love it. So we will need 6s here. Not using the Morgul Blades. We get a 5, and that's not going to be good enough. And another will is chipped away off a Castellan. So next up we have a prone Barlin. A prone Barlin who has been charged by Morgul Knight. They are equal fight value. Equal fight value.
Nice.
So what are you going to do? Let's see.
Survive, hopefully.
Let's see what you get. You get a 4. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Charging Morgul Knight will get a 5. And you haven't got any might to counter that.
No.
So here we go. So you are defense 8 because you are a champion of Erebor, which I'm finding is very tough. Okay, but we do have a lance. This is going to be 5s by 3s instead. So I want to see lots of 5s here. We see 1. Okay, followed by. Oh, has he taken anything yet, Barlin?
1 fate down.
Ooh, okay. So here we go. Can we do something? We do. So we cause a wound, but you have 1 fate left.
1 fate. Yeah.
1 fate left. What do you get? And he loves it. But Barlin is now fateless. How interesting. Maybe a target for Castellan next turn. So next up it says Castellan versus Oin, who's only fight 4, is that right?
Yes.
Wow, so you are lower fight, so let's see
So,
what...
I think he might shield.
You're a shield, good idea. Okay. What do you get? You get a 5, not bad. And we get a 5, so we take it on fight value. And it does look like you are trapped there. So we will need your defence 8. So again, it's 6s.
Yep.
And has he got any fate taken or anything yet, Owen?
1 fate.
He's got 1 fate. 1 fate, 2 wounds. Ooh. Do you declare that you? No, there's no point. Okay, here we go. Needing 6s. We do get 1. So you've got 1 fate point here.
Yep.
He's got 2 wounds though.
Oh yeah, we'll save it just in case.
You can save the fate point just in
Save the fate
case.
for the Morgul Blade, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Good play. And there we go. So the Castellan will have to back away.
Yeah.
And that brings us straight on to the next combat, which we might as well do straight away.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be Charging Mongol Knight and the Castellan versus the stricken Gloin there. Okay,
Yeah.
so how are we going to do here? What do you get? You've got 2 dice. You set the bar at 4. It's not fantastic. Okay, so the Castellan of Dol Guldor. No, might as well roll them together. Here we go. Can we beat that? And we get a 6 on the Bosch dice. So you are knocked down. You are knocked down. I'm going to start off with the Morgul Knight. What's he down to, Gloin? Has he had anything taken off?
Gloin.
Any fate or anything?
No.
No, he's got, and how many fate?
1 fate.
He's got 1 fate. So needing 5s by 3s first of all with the Morgul Knight. Oh, that's 3 6s, and this could, if we get all 3,
You should go.
Is he a 2 wound? 1?
2 wound.
So we need all 3 pluses here. We get 2 Bosches and 1 3 plus. Okay, so that is going to be 1 wound. So you've got 1 fate point.
Yeah.
Are you going to say the wound?
Just in case you use the Morgul Blade.
Makes absolute sense. Okay, so we've got the Morgul Blade strikes now, so needing 6s. I'm not going to use my Morgul Blade. It's just Castellan here. Okay, so needing 6s. Oh no, and we bosh it. Oh, it's double strikes though.
It is.
So here we go. He is now on the floor as well. So let's see. No, we don't get that. So there we go. We're going to move on to the next combats. So it's Dwalin next up. Dwalin versus the Castellan. What can Dwalin do? Is he using 3 again?
He'll go two-handed.
He gets a 5. It's not bad. Here we go. What can we get? We get a 6. Is he going to use a point of might to win? He's trapped otherwise. Yep. So he's going to be down to 1 might, but he's going to win. So remember, he needs 4s.
Here we go.
So 4s here. Oh, and he gets all of them. All of them. Okay, so this guy here is number 3 along. So he's down to 9. Okay, so this will take him down to 6.
Yeah.
He passes 1. This will take him down to 4. He passes another, and this takes him down to 3. Passes that. Okay, so he's down to 2.
Yeah, that was quite successful.
That was pretty successful. I think he's down to 2, but we'll do the maths and then we'll come along with the next combats. So it's the turn of Keeley. Turn of Keeley, 2 Castellans and the Dark Marshal. Now he did heroic strike up here.
He did.
So we've got a heroic strike off. So what do you get? What are you going to go up to? From fight 5 up to fight 7. So anything but a Bosch.
Yeah.
There we go. So a 6 with a hashtag Bosch dice, just what we want. So we are going to be high fight value. So you want to roll your 2 first.
Ooh.
Okay.
Does get a 6.
You do get a 6, so putting a bit of pressure on there. So just the Castellans first, do they get a 6? No. And then the Dark Marshal. Dark Marshal's got 3 attacks. I think he's got 3 attacks. We're just going to check that now. A complete mistake there. Thought he was in on the combat. He's actually already fought, and the Dark Marshal only has 1 attack. So we're going to say that he's actually failed that, and the young dwarf has won the fight. So those guys are going to back away now, and you can strike.
The Dark Marshal.
So you're going to go for the Dark Marshal. It makes absolute sense. So you will need 6s here.
Here we go.
You need 6. Oh, and you do get a 6. So the Dark Marshal, he's got 2 points of fate, but only 1 wound. So first point of fate. Fails it. If he fails this one, Dark Marshal disappears into oblivion. He has no might to affect it either. It's a 50-50 roll. Oh, and he survives just, but he is now fateless, and that will of course bring us on to the final combat, which is King Thorin. So finally, it's the turn of the King under the Mountain. Can he do it? He's been transfixed most of the game, but slowly the will of evil is being chipped away at here. They can't quite crack the Champions of Erebor. So, place your bets. Who do you think is going to win? Here we go. 2 dice from Thorin. It's poor. It's really poor. It's really poor. So first of all, the Castellan gets it on a 3, and it's going to win because Well, unless you chose to might up by 2. I'll roll the rest of my charges first. Let's, give you
smash it.
Okay, so 3 here. Okay, yeah. So I get 5, and you can't might up and beat that. So you are going to be knocked over. So we're going to start off with now. Are you fateless yet?
Thorin has got 1 fate left.
He's got 1 fate left. I'm going to start off with the charging Númenórean Marshal. Okay, so the charging Númenórean Marshal will need 6s here. Okay, and really, I want even 1 6 would be helpful here.
Yeah.
But we get 2, which is really good. So you're going to have to take a wound anyway, but then you're going to have to use a fate point to see whether you take another wound, or you're just going to take 2.
Both and save that last fate.
Okie dokie. Okay, so here we go. Can the Castellan of Dol Guldor kill
the King under the Mountain?
He's not going to use a Morgul Blade.
No.
No. Well, you've only got 1 wound left anyway.
Yeah.
So he's not going to use his Morgul Blade, so here we go. Needing a 6. Single 6. 2 6s here will kill him outright.
2 6s will kill him outright, yeah.
Oh, and
Go on.
Thorin, King under the Mountain, has been slain. Wow. A beautiful miniature, as you can see. But unfortunately, he leaves the field of battle slain. So will this have a knock-on effect for the rest of the Champions of Erebor? We shall see. We'll knock off the various will points from the Castellans now, and then we'll move on into the next turn. So it really is the grind. Let's see what is going to happen going into the next turn. Can Evil do it? They get a 3. It's not too strong, and it's definitely not as strong as that, so that is going to go to the Champions of Erebor. So in response, I have called a heroic move with the Witch King, which does just catch up there to that point of this side of the battlefield, but that is going to be countered by Gloin. So Gloin will be going down to 1. That was your priority. Yep. So, want to see a nice hashtag boss here? It's a 1!
It is!
It's a boss! No. And it is going to go to Dol Guldor. So the Witch King, he's down to 5 at the moment by the looks of it. He's going to spend 1 to take himself down to 4, and he's just going to shuffle around this way, and he is going to try and transfix Dwalin with 1 dice. Now Dwalin does have 1 will left?
2 will.
Oh, he's got 2 will. Okay, so I'm going to try this on 1, and I want a nice high 6. I get a 3. Okay, so you've got 2 will.
We will try with just
might.
1. Yeah, we'll try 1 will.
Rolls a 1.
He's okay.
So it's time. All the time. So he is going to be okay. The Witch King is down to 4. I'm going to carry on with that heroic move. So here we are. So you can see that Morgul Knights and the Black Númenórean Marshal charged in on Dwalin, and in the meantime Castellans have in particular tried to get on the guys who are prone. Balin, of course, down to 2 wounds. Might be a time for a Morgul Blade before these guys start popping and disappearing. Yeah. Well, it's a lot of points wasted. So here we go. We're coming in because Feely is going to attempt to charge Dark Marshal. Yep. Okay, so he's down to Courage 5.
So
what does he get? He makes it just. So he is going to get
come around here.
There we go. And I'm guessing Keely is now going to try and charge.
He's going to come in. He will go on one of the Castellans.
Yeah.
Not sure which yet.
Okie dokie.
So.
Oh, he fails. Does he have? He has a point of will.
He does.
So you're going to use that point of will to get in.
Yeah, might as well.
So you're going to use that point of will to get in. And he's now will-less, but he does manage to get in on the Castellan. And then finally, you've got Bilbo, who of course has.
Who has Gandalf.
Who has Gandalf, and he does have the ring on. So remember, you've got to get him off that. We've got to get him off that board. Okay, so he's going to move 4 inches up. Mind you, we're going through control zones, aren't he? So
yeah.
He's not going to be able to do it without charging, which is a little bit of a pain.
Yeah.
Although I guess, could you go over the rough ground there enough so that there's an inch either side? I reckon you could. That looks like 3 inches, but it will just half your movement for 1 of the inches.
So Bilbo will.
Yeah,
and,
got 2
just
inches
over.
Yeah. There we go. We found a way for Bilbo.
And
there we go. And we hang the ring over him. And that is our battlefield. So which way will this swing? There's only one way to find out. It's the combat phase. So before we do that, let's think about the objective here. So we're actually going to try and charge in against Bilbo with the ring. So remember, it's -1 effectively to their courage for every inch, every full inch. So this guy's got -2, but they are courage 6. So can he get in? So he will need a 4+, and he loves it. So I need a 5+.
That way.
And he's going to go in, and then this guy's going to try and do the same. He's just -1, so courage 5 effectively, and he gets in as well. Wow. So Bilbo has well and truly been ambushed, and now we can go onto the combat phase. So, start the combat phase. Let's have a little look over here. It is a prone Balin against a Castellan Dol Guldor. You've got 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
You've got 2 wounds here, no fate. Okay, you've got 1 dice. You are higher. Oh no, you're lower fight value, aren't you?
Yeah.
So let's see what you get.
Something big.
It's not really great. So, oh, it's better than that though. It's much better than that. So he can stand back up, and the Castellan has to back away, and we're gonna have to mark off another will point from him. So hopefully motivated and inspired by, yeah, because that would have been out of banner range as well. Just, oh no, it wouldn't have been the Dark Marshal. That's a good point.
Do you want to reroll that now?
Let's just do that reroll so people don't beat me up. 5. What did you get?
It was only like a 3.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Wow. So let's go back in there. I'm so sorry about that, Barley. Just know that in the comment section people go, why aren't you using your Dark Marshal's banner? You're paying for it. Okay, so here we go. So he is on the floor, so I get double strikes, and I am going to use my Mongol blade because it's about time. Okay, so a single 6 here will kill him. Just 1. No, but we get 2. We didn't even need to use it. And Balin is going to be taken down. So the banner reroll of the Dark Marshal was all important. It wouldn't have been the banner reroll here because it wouldn't have been in. But it's the Dark Marshal with his 6-inch banner. So wow, a little bit of a twist there. We thought it was going one way and it went the other.
It did. So die Moria.
Certainly doesn't. So now we have Oin.
You charged in?
Yeah, I did. I did charge in. So what are you going to get with your 1 dice?
I am going to shield.
Makes sense. You've got to survive. It's a 6 on that beautiful red campaign dice. So what can the charging Mongol Knight do? He only gets a 4, but there is that banner.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 2. So the Mongol Knight is going to back away, like so, and that's going to bring us on to the next combat. So next up, it's Prone Gloin. Prone Gloin. Gloin wasn't transfixed this time. I think it's the first time for a long time he hasn't been transfixed. Okay, but you are fight 6.
We are, yeah.
Okay, you're on the floor. And you've got 3 attacks going?
Yeah, he's not transfixed now, is he?
He's not transfixed,
so,
no.
Yeah,
3 attacks.
For the first time this game.
So can he get himself back up? He's got high fight value. Oh, it's not great, it's a 4. Okay, how much might and stuff has he got?
He's only got the 1 might left.
1 might. So a 6 here will guarantee it, but 5 will draw the might.
Yeah.
What can we do? It's a Bosch, but we do have a banner reroll.
We do.
What can we do? It's a 4. So you win on fight value.
Yeah.
So you are finally going to stand back up. The Castellan backs away. You are finally not knocked prone, and we're going to mark that off before we go into the next combat. Wow. So next up it's Dwalin. It's Dwalin. So we do have the heroic strike off. Who is going to get this? It's big. Who's going to get it?
Here we go.
You get a 2. So you're, what is he, fight 7?
No, I think he's only 6, so he's up to 8. Should be.
I think I'm fight 5, but I'll check. I get a 2, so it's going to come down to whether the Black Numenorian Marshal is the Black Numenorian Marshal fight 5 or fight 6. I think it might be 5. Yes, he's fight 5, so you are higher.
Just got away with that.
But unfortunately, it does put us to that point where we have both mightless, which is going to be difficult. So here we go. What do you get with your 3? Can you get the 6? Oh, when you do, you take it, so you beat these guys back. So now it's going to be interesting. Are you going to try and dehorse, or are you going to try and wipe out?
Wow.
You're going to try and kill that.
He's got the -1, +1 as well.
+1 as well, yeah.
So what is it to kill the guy?
You'll need 4s to kill him. If you want to roll 1 for him first, makes sense. And a 4 smashes him.
Here we go, Dwalin.
And you've got 2 more, so this makes sense to go on him.
Yeah.
Now he is defense 7. Okay, but that would, is that still 4s because he's strength 5?
Ooh,
I think it is. I think it is.
What is he, defense 7?
Yeah.
5s?
Yep, so it becomes 4s. So on him 4s. Are you going to go for him or going to go for his horse?
We will go for him.
Makes sense. Let's do it.
Ooh.
That's 1. Fate roll. Fails it. So he takes a wound. So will you kill him with this next one? It's a 50-50 chance. Can you do it, Mr. Scullion? Oh no, it doesn't do it. It doesn't do it. But that does mean that this Black Numenorian Marshal is looking a little bit vulnerable, but Dwalin's done his business. So again, we'll mark everything off and it will come back with the next combats. So it's back over to this side of the scrap, and it is Feely versus the 1 Castellan here. So what's going to happen? Can you do it?
Yeah.
You get a 6. So I need a 6 here. Needing a 6.
Fight.
Oh no! Doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. So I'm going to back away.
Needing 6s.
And you'll need 6s here. You do get one. You do get one. Okay, so this guy here, he is the highest up. He must have less than that. So we'll have a look in a second. But first one, and he passes it. So he's going to lose 2 for being in that, and that's going to bring us on to the next fights. So Feely is going to see
if he can.
Can he take down the Black Noon, not the Black Noon Marshal, the Dark Marshal? All these marshals are confusing. Okay, so can he take him down? There's only 1 attack here, but you have got 2. So I'm higher fight value though.
You are. Oh,
you set the bar really high, but you do have might, don't you? How much might has he got?
He has got 2.
He's got 2 might here. So what can the Dark Marshal do? He gets a 4, so you can't because I'm a high fight value. Yeah. So I do actually take that. Okay, I do take that, but I've only got 1 attack. I've got 1 attack and I'm strength 4, so I will need a 6 here. So a 6 here to do some problems. Oh, it's a 4, and Feely survives, which is going to bring us into the final combat, which is the running and escaping Bilbo Baggins. So of course here we have got this clash. So can the 2 assassins do damage to Bilbo? Now Bilbo, he is fight 3, but because he's got a ring on, he's also going to half the fight value of the Castellans, which rounded up is going to be 3. So matching fight value here is interesting. So you've got how many attacks?
1.
Oh wow.
1 big attack.
So 1 big attack.
So
let's see, Bilbo Baggins. Oh, he loves it, he loves it. So to match, we are going to need to see a 6 here from these dice. Can we create more tension? Oh no, we can't. Bilbo bites them back.
There we go. The courage of hobbits.
The courage of hobbits. So he does manage to fight them back, like so, and he's going to have a strike. Now he is strength 3 with sting.
Yeah.
Yep. Against defense 7, which is going to be 6s.
Here we go then.
So Nina
Another
6. One. Oh, he's got might. He's got loads of might.
He's got 2 left.
Do it.
I don't know whether to save him for marching and running away.
It's your call.
We'll save it for this one.
You're going to save it for that one, brilliant. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off the 1 each will points for being in the fight there, and that is our overhead look at the scrap in the middle here. It's really been a bit of a grind. Some of the Champions of Erebor disappearing, but it's not going to be long before those Castellans start disappearing too. Let's roll for the next turn's priority. Best of luck.
3.
3, it's not great. And we get a 5.
We will use Barlin's special rule.
Barley special rule, which
And we will re-roll for priority.
or re-roll. It's a banner re-roll for priority. Well, you get a 6, GB Chelsea. Oh, it's a 5 matching, and you had it last time.
Did.
So it's going to go to Dol Guldor. Are you going to call a heroic move?
Yeah, we probably will.
Yeah. So we're going to come back when that decision's been made. Barlin's dead.
Yeah.
That means no Longbeard rule. And at this point it's going to be Keely.
Keely, yeah.
Keely. So Keely's going to use 1, and Keely is now down to 1 might point. And I can't do anything to respond because I am mightless. So we're going to come back after the movement phase. So here we go. It's going to be Keely here, and he did call it, so he's got to lead by the line. He's going to try and tie up those 2 Castellans there. So he does have to pass a terror check. He is down to courage 5 because of Harbinger. What do you get? Oh, and he loves it. He's in. So he's going to move around and he's going to pin those guys down. And Dwalin here is going to come and do the same, and he's going to try and pin this one down. Are you going to do it with him, or do you want to do it with Keely?
Keely can come in on the Marshal.
You want Keely to go on the Marshal? Okay.
And then we'll do Dwalin. So.
Passes, he's in, loves it. Gets himself in, brilliant.
And then Dwalin.
Dwalin. Just. He just does it, so he gets in there.
Get in there.
There we go. So we'll carry on with the rest of movement now. So now Gloin is going to try and tie down the Black Numenorian Marshal. So he's going to be charging in. Again, down to courage 5.
Yeah.
But loves it. Dubakar.
Straight in.
Gets himself in. Gotta love the green marble bases on these guys as well. Kev's done a great job. I think we'll probably try and do an army showcase for the GBHL channel after this, because they look beautiful. So now you're going to try and pin down this horseman with Oin. So again, courage. He's still courage 6, this one?
Yeah, courage 6 down to 5 then.
Down to 5, yep. And he loves it. he's definitely not lower close than that. So there we go, that's after Champions of Erebor movement.
Down to you.
Down to Dol Guldor. So it's going to be the turn of the Witch King. And here we go, you can see that maybe Gloin is in a bit of a predicament there. So he's just going to sort of spin round to this position, keeping himself relevant, and he is going to attempt to transfix on 1 dice. So this will take the Witch King down to 3 will.
Ooh, getting close.
There we go, so needing a single 3+. Oh no! He doesn't do it.
Any might left?
No, he's got no might left. He's out. I've got no might on the board. So Gloin has a chance. He does have a chance. And we're going to come back with the combat phase. So we're going to start off with this one over here, as it was my priority. So we've got the charging Morgul Knight. Did you charged him? So he's only got 1 dice. And then we've also got the Castellan with his 2. The banner isn't there, but he is obviously giving his banner effect. So let's see what happens. So you're shielding.
You're going to shield, yeah.
Of course. What do you get? You get a 6. It's good, but I am higher fight value.
You are.
So a single 6 here will do it. No, we get a 5, and you are going to survive. Oh, I got banner reroll. Always forget that. No, and he pulls it out. It's a huge moment. So he is trapped. So we're going to start off with the 2 from the Morgul Knight.
Yep.
I'll need 6s by 4s here, because your defense 8, I'm strength 3, no lance. Got the 6. 50-50 chance to get a wound. Oh, that's a shame. Got to get those opportunities. And next up, we have got the Castellan. And the Castellan, of course, 4 dice because he's trapped, needing 6.
Yep.
Needing 6s. And you get 1.
So, last fate point.
Last fate point. Here we go.
Last wound, so...
Last wound as well.
This could be him.
Oh, he loves it. He survives. He survives. But he's now fateless. He's down a wound. And I will, of course, back away an inch. Let's give him a bit of breathing room. But wow, that would have been handy if he'd have gone down. I'd have started to... If he'd have gone down and Gloin went down, I'd start feeling a bit confident. But we really, at this point, we have to say, we're enjoying ourselves immensely.
Yeah.
We've got no idea where this is going, because these are 2 forces that we've not really used. Ever. So it's an interesting dynamic. Can the Castellan stick around long enough and the raid stick around long enough to actually do enough to that defense 8? Or can they just get through the fate? It's going to be tough.
Can Bilbo run away before that breaking point?
Exactamundo. So we are going to come back next with the glory. So here we go. I'm going to roll first here. I've got 6 dice. I didn't charge against you. I want to set the bar. I want to set it nice and high. With a 5. Okay, it's not bad. We do have a banner. We do have a banner. Okay, but let's see. You've got 3 dice here.
Need that 6.
Oh, when you do it, that dice has done well. I shouldn't have given you that when you gave me it.
Just that 1 dice.
So you are going to back us away, like so. So I'll have to write down that those 2 have lost 1. Oh, and this Castellan as well. Okay, so who are you going to...
We'll go for the guy on the horse, needing...
Are you going to go for his horse first, or are you going to go for him? Are you strength 4?
Yeah.
So you need 6s on him, and you'll need 5s on his horse.
We'll go for the horse first.
So 5s on his horse? No, unless you want to use that point of might.
No, not yet.
Not yet. And again on the horse.
There we go.
Gets it. So Throne Rider, you really want me to roll a 1 here?
Yeah.
Oh, bushes! So you're going to get double strikes with this last one. So you get 2 strikes, and me on the floor. Wow, I'm in trouble.
Needing that 6.
Needing the 6.
Oh!
You get it, and I believe he's out. I believe he's out. He's out of fate. He's down to 1 wound, and you have slain the Black Nori Marshal.
Huge.
It's a huge moment.
Swing.
Huge moment from Gloin. Fantastic. And of course, completely forgetting, this guy here now pops. He's going to go. He's gone.
Gloin,
Poof.
hero.
So that is a huge swing. That could be the moment. Oin surviving that, and then Gloin managing to win that, and not just win it, but also to finish off the Dark Marshal. Not Dark Marshal, the Black Numenoria Marshal. I'll get it in the end. They sound too similar. We are going to move straight on to Dwalin, and it's Dwalin versus 1. Okay, so I'm going to set the bar for you here. With a mighty 4. Okay. So you've got your 3 dice, 2-handed.
Oh, that dice!
Boom.
You sure you don't want that back?
I might order some more if anybody wants to get some. Contact me at hotgatesgaming@gmail.com. Okay, so you do win that. So I'm going to go back, and you will need 4s here, because
Here we go. 2.
And you get 2
6
there.
again.
You get 2 there. So here we go. Let's. I'm just going to work out which one he is and what he's down to, and then we'll count down from that. So after featuring in the combat, this guy is down to 6 left, which means that he needs to use 2, which will take him down to 4 for his fate rolls. He passes 1, taking him down to 3 on the next one. Taking him down to 2.
Oh.
Last one.
Here we go.
If he doesn't do this, he pops.
Oh.
Oh. But he's left with 1. So there's only 1 more combat left in on this Castellan before we move on to the next combats. I'm sure everybody behind the screens are screaming Dubakar at the top of their lungs as a huge swinging turn from the dwarves. Champions of Erebor really rocking it here. But can the Dark Marshal redeem the forces of Dol Guldor here?
Here we go.
Okay, so just to point out, the Dark Marshal is down to 1 wound. He's got 4 will left, so he'll be down to 3 after this. And you are with him down to, are you full? Are you fine?
2 wounds, 1 fate. So
2
yeah,
wounds,
still,
1 fate.
still on 4.
Still on 4. Now I've only got 1 dice here. What do I set the bar?
Fight.
Oh, it's poor. Bosh! No.
Oh, we're okay.
We get a 6. Brilliant. Okay, so if you get a 6 here, a single 6 here, you know which dice you need to use.
Where's our Stockport dice?
The Redesolation of Stockport dice.
Dig him out. There we go.
This would be the record dice. Oh, but have you got might?
Feel he has got a might point.
Do you want to kill him?
He is going, yeah.
And it's with the Redos dice.
Boom.
Boom. A huge
dice.
turn. Huge turn. Dark Marshal pops away, and it looks like it's finally swinging back in the direction of those Champions of Erebor. So, can this guy do it as well?
Can he follow his brother?
Can he do it? He's turning round. They're at it. They love it. Okay, avenging their uncle. So, we're matching fight that.
We are matching
so
fight that.
You set the bar this time. What are you going to get? Your dice are on fire. Oh, it's a bosh! It's a terrible moment. Now, can things swing back? Oh, we get the 6s there, so they might just do that. Okay, so with Feely, are you down anything at all?
You should have both wounds and a fate.
Both wounds and a fate. One of them is going to use his Morgul Blade.
Cool.
Do you know what? Both are going to use the Morgul Blade. Let's do it. Let's give it a good attempt.
Well, if one of you, if you both get it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So, Morgul Blade number 1, 6s. No. Morgul Blade number 2, 6s. There's a 6. Now,
that fate
you
point.
must pass the fate point. If you don't pass the fate point, and you've got 2 might?
No might with.
Oh, no might.
Keely?
Oh, yeah. With Keely?
Has he got 1?
Oh, he's got 1.
He's got 1.
He's got 1.
3 in over here.
No, and he loves
there we
it.
go.
He survives. He survives. But it was a close run thing. He's now down to a single. Well, he's not down to a single wound. He's passed his fate. So he's still got 2 wounds. But there we go. So that is our battlefield. So we're going to do a little bit of calculating up, and we'll come back as we go into the next turn. So Son of Gloin.
Here we go.
2 more to break moi, and I need to get 3 more to break you. So if I get 3, remember I win the game. You've got to try and get Bilbo off that board edge. But to be fair, you could wipe me out, and we'll accept that as you win the game. No problem at all. Okay, so we do need to roll. Now this could be an important priority. It will be an important priority. There's no doubt about it. What will you get?
We get 5.
It's strong. It's very strong. It's okay. Confident in the Bosch dice. I was lying. So it is going to go to you. So at the start of the movement phase, Bill Baggins is going to be using one of his points of might, and he is going to be calling a heroic march. I'm guessing he's not calling with me.
No.
So we're going to do all that now. So Mr. Baggins is legging it, he's booking it. He's got 1 more point of might as well to get another 7 inches or so next time.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're coming in now because Feely?
Yeah.
Feely is going to be charging against this Morgul Knight.
Yes.
So -1.
5 or more.
He loves it, look at that, he's straight in.
There we go.
And you know who else is charging?
Gloin is going to go into both of these guys here.
Makes sense, they're going into both.
So, 5 again.
And he makes it.
So, let's turn it around, get him in.
So he gets into both. So I believe that Castellan might be popping. He will be popping.
He will be popping next
He will be popping next turn.
Dwalin will charge 1.
Dwalin's charging 1. Can he do it?
Yes,
He does, he gets in.
He goes. Then Keely will charge 1.
Keely charging 1.
Yeah.
Gets in,
So
loves it.
Go in there. And Oin, where does Oin go? Just into the one in front of him.
Yep, one in front of him.
Here we go. Just
Makes it.
Just.
He makes it. He gets himself in. So
we
wow, that is how it's looking. We're going to come back with the turn of evil. So all that was left to do here was that Castellan over there has charged in against slightly vulnerable Keely.
Yeah.
And we're going to come in because the Witch King now, he's going to go and lend himself to the 5. He's only got 4 will. So this is a little bit worrying. So he's just going to use 1, and he needs 3. He's only got 1 left next turn. It's oh, go on there. Let's do it. Let's try and immobilise him. 3+. Oh. And that would have been the one on its own. I know it would have been. So he's going to be immobilised. That is going to take me down, and I'm going to charge in. So after this, I will be down to 1, of course, and you are immobilised. I'm trying to get rid of Gloin there, and that is how our field of battle is looking. There's only one thing to do, and that's to go to the combat phase. So let's see if Gloin can survive. We're going to save that one till last, and it's this Castellan over here with his Morgul blade. He is the one that is in a little bit of danger. Now, who got priority? You called her at mood, did you? Oh no, you must have got priority.
You want priority, yeah.
You want priority, so you get to pick. Also, you've got a little bit of a choice here. Do you try and get rid of that? Well, you won't be able to get rid of the banner regardless, so I guess it doesn't matter.
No, we'll leave Gloin. We'll leave it to last.
Okay, so you want to go for this one?
Yeah, we'll go Dwalin first up.
Dwalin. So this guy, he's going to use his Morgul blade regardless. Okay, I'm going to set you the bar because this will be his last
That
action.
big 6.
It's got a 5. It's not terrible. Okay, so you've got your 3. Oh, and you take it on fight value, and you're going to do him whatever. But let's see if you can get the glory. So needing a 4+.
Just.
And you do it. So another Castellan is slain, and we're very close to breaking now. Just one more. Just one more. So we're going to go straight into the next combat. Should we do?
We'll do Oin.
You want to do Oin?
Yeah,
so Oin is looking a little bit dangerous for him. Okay, so he is down to, what's he got?
Oin, he has got 1 wound, no fate.
1 wound, no fate. So no point using the Morgul blade here, but let's see what happens. So what do you get?
I'm going to fight this one.
He's going for it.
He's going to go for it. He gets
oh,
a 6.
and fortune favours the bold Dubacar, so we need a 6 here. Oh no, it's Bosch. It's Bosch. So you do get it. I am taken down by another will point. Can you cause a wound? So you need a 6 here. Oh, and you don't. But again, you've chipped away at me.
It is. Oin is surviving in there.
He's surviving, yeah, he is surviving. So we're going to have to move on to the next one. Next versus the Morgul Knight. So Morgul Knight didn't charge, so it's got 1 dice here. Gets a 4. Okay, so what do you get?
You
get the 6, and you're going to get on fight value regardless of the banner reroll.
Okay, so
here we go. You will need 5s on him. 5s on him. Single 5 will do him. Oh, and you
double.
do. And you instantly break Dol Guldor, and the ambushers look like they're in a whole lot of peril right now. And we're going to go straight on to that next combat, okay? Because this is the only way that we can swing this, really. It's Gloin and him going down now. Okay, and I was hoping for it to be Oin, but never mind. So here we go.
Okay. I'll set you the bar.
You're going to set the bar.
Oh, we're equal. We're equal here.
We are equal.
Here we go. 4s.
4s. It's not fantastic.
He has got a might point.
So it could be a 5. So we need a 6 here. Oh, it's a 5. Okay, I'm guessing, are you going to use that point of might?
I will use that point to might.
So you're out of might.
Out of might now.
And it is going to force a roll off. Now it's your priority.
Here we go.
This is going to
be
be
that bar.
It's going to be a 1 to 3. Oh no, it's a 4. So you win it. So a 6 on either. And we'll say that you're prioritising the one who's got the least amount of will.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here we go.
So here we go. Needing the 6s. Oh, you don't get it, but you do.
You've held them off.
You've held them off. That was a key part there, which means that there's only 1 more fight, and that's going to be Gloin. Can he survive? So, a mobilised Gloin. A mobilised Gloin. What does he set the bar at? He's got 2 strikes here, 2 dice.
Big 6.
It's not strong. It's not strong. Let's start off with the banner, who's got -1. And takes it on a 4 alone. Okie dokie. So, the banner. Did I? You charged in on those 2, didn't you? It was only the Witch King you charged in. So he'd only had 1 dice there. I should re-roll that. So here we go. -1.
Takes it.
Takes it. Okay. So here we go. You are trapped though.
Yep.
But I will need 6s by 4s with him. 6s by 4s. No. Next up, we've got the Castellan here.
Yeah, straight 6s.
Straight 6s. He doesn't need to use his Morgul Blade, does he? Because you are, what are you on?
1 wound, 1 fate.
Yeah, so no need to use that. So here we go, needing 6s. Oh, nothing. Okay, so it's going to be down to the Witch King. The Witch King got 2 strikes here. Again, needing 6s. 2 6s will kill Gloin.
Outright.
Oh no.
Come on, Gloin.
Ah! Oh, it's 1. So it's going to be down to a fate point. It's going to be down to a fate point.
Here we go. He has got 1 might.
1 might. So I need you to roll a 1 or a 2. On a
Here
1 or
we
a
go.
2. 1 or a 2. Oh, and you
There we
pass
go.
it. He survives.
Surviving.
So Witch King is going to back away. These guys are going to back away. We will, of course, remove what we need to remove from them. But I am now broken. So this is looking very nasty now for Dol Guldur. Let's roll for next turn priority.
Here we go. Good luck. Here
Good
we go.
luck. Good luck, Son of Gloin.
2.
Oh, it's 2. It's not great. 4. But that being said, there will be some courage tests. We'll do that next. And at the start of the movement phase, the last points of might are being used by the Champions of Erebor. Bilbo over there is, of course, calling a heroic march, getting Gandalf away from danger, and Gloin is calling that heroic move. So we're going to come back after they've moved. That does mean I don't have to roll courage tests, but I'm reasonably high courage over there, so it should be okay. So Bilbo has started running off into the distance there. Gloin will move next, 'cause it's Gloin's heroic move. Well, he would have moved first, but so we're going to move Gloin. And who's Gloin going to charge?
He'll go in on the banner.
So he's going to go in on the banner. Okay.
So,
5+. He makes it in, so he's in on the banner. So Dwalin is now going to charge in a Witch King. Witch King's only once. This will end the Witch King. And he gets himself in. Wonderful. So he's charged in, he's gone for it. So next up
will be Feely will go onto this guy over
makes sense. Does he get it? He does.
Just
Gets himself in. Yeah, he's in.
It's in there.
And then Oin
will charge in there.
Let's see what happens. So it's going to be duels across
Here we go.
across the board. Loves it.
Huge.
Double 6s.
He's
That's
not
it.
going down.
And then,
then
presuming going, can he? Yeah.
Can he squeeze on both?
Yeah,
maybe.
that's
We'll see.
He gets in, and he gets in on both.
Yeah.
Yeah, just we'll see if he does. Brilliant. So that's how it's looking. So I don't have to take any courage tests, and that's going to take us straight to the combats.
Yes.
It's got to be this one because we've got to try and break you. We need to kill 3. So the banner's got to do it on Gloin. Keely's got to go down. And Oin here, he's the best chance. So hopefully this will have a ripple effect. So you are lower fight value.
I am. I will shield in.
Oh, he's shielding.
I'm going to shield this time.
Okay,
So
well,
it's at
14
the
doesn't
bar.
favour the brave. Double 1s. Double 2s. I
double
wasn't
2s.
far away. Here we go. Castellan.
Oh, I guess
Loves it. Okay, so we need 6s here. I'm going to not use. There's no point. There's no point.
Not really, no.
Right. So here we go. Double 6s will kill you. 1 6. Have you got fate point left? Yeah.
No, Oin is gone. Just 1 6 and he's gone.
1 6. 1 6. 1 6 to make this game closer. Come on. Ah! Doesn't do it. Win survives, and a will point comes off of the Castellan. Here we go. It's Feely. Feely versus Castellan. Equal fight though.
Equal fight value.
I'm going to set the bar.
Gone.
Oh,
he's got that 6. Here we go. We got that Stockport dice in there. There we go.
Oh, and there's no might.
No might left on the table.
Wow. Okay, so here we go. Do I risk it? And do you know what I am?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to risk it.
it's good big.
Morgul Blade. Let's give it a go. Morgul Blade. Can you do it? There's a 6. So you must pass
must
your
pass
fate.
this.
You must pass it. This
No
is
might left.
No might. 50-50 chance.
Here we go.
No, you're not going to do it. This is going to be negativity. It's a 1.
Here we go.
No! God damn it! You guys are my chance. So there we go. So you do pass it. So wow, 2 wounds. That's big. It's a big moment. So yeah, we're going to come in here with Dwalin versus Witch King. Now Witch King only has 1. He's going to disappear whatever, but can he do something to you
What are you
first?
setting the bar?
I'm going to set the bar at my T.
3. So,
Okay. Oh, you
nearly.
love it. So are you going to smash the Witch King before he puffs into a
here we
puff
go.
of
What do we
puff
need?
smoke? You will need, well, it's 8s. You would need 6s, but it's going to be 5s.
Ooh, yeah, just.
And the Witch King has 2 fate. So he's got fate. First point, it doesn't matter in any of this.
Yeah, he passes.
It passes, but he then is going to go into a puff of smoke. Poof! And it's looking pretty thin on the ground down there. It's down to the banner. The banner, I believe in the banner. I believe in the banner. The banner can do this. Okay, so here's the banner. The banner has got 1 dice here.
Sets the bar at.
That's 2. That's 2. And this is where you roll all ones.
All ones.
Oh my gosh! Oh, not a million miles
far
away.
off.
But you did get it. Okay, so you will need, just against him, you'll need 5s.
5s, re-rolling 1s for glowing. With his special
Re-rolling 1s with his special rule.
Here we go.
Will you do it? Oh,
So close.
that was close, but the banner survives. The banner does survive. And that brings on to the final combat over here, which of course is
A fragile
Keeling. So this is another place where I was stacking my hopes.
Equal 5?
Yeah, we're equal 5 value. What do you set the bar
Here we
with?
go. A mighty 3.
It's not great. And we do get the
Here we
6. Now, you have got 1 wound?
Just 2 wounds. No fate.
2 wounds. 2 6s will kill you.
2 6s.
2 6s. Does need to be 2 because there's no Morgul blades there anymore. 2 6s! Not a single one. What a shame. So the Dubakaring Champions of Erebor are doing a superb job here. Did you have a special rule for the Champions of Erebor where you could like Dubakar? What is that?
I think that's when they're all together, all 13 of them.
Oh, right, okay. So there we go.
I think.
So not looking great here for Dol Guldor. It looks like it was a failed ambush. Looks like Bilbo's getting off. But let's roll what is probably the last turn priority.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hope you guys have been enjoying this one back home.
It's a 1.
You get a 1. Oh, you get a 1. So it goes to you.
Yeah.
So Bilbo, just a couple of inches away from the board edge. He's getting off, isn't he? I have to kill 3 here somehow. So courage test. You're going in on those 2 again.
Yeah.
And what happens? Oh, it's cocked. This is where you roll a 1. You make it. You make it on a 5, so you get yourself in.
Back in on those 2.
Back in on those 2. Brilliant stuff. And then over here, I'm guessing.
Boy will charge in on the 1.
Yeah, he's been having a nice duel off with him. Gets in, loves it.
Get him in there.
Wonderful. And who's going where?
Dwalin will go in on the 1.
Dwalin's going in on that 1. Loves it. He's in.
Straight in.
And then
then
down here.
these 2 will both charge the banner. So Gloin first.
Gloin first. Loves it. He's in.
And then here we go, Philly. Here we go.
Oh, he doesn't do it.
Does he have any? He has got 1 will.
You want to use it? You might as well.
Yeah.
There we go. So he is going to be marking off his 1 will. And that's how we're looking before we go into combat. So again, I don't have to roll any courage tests, which is handy. We're going to go into that combat phase right away. So of course, it was Son of Gloin's priority, which means that he's going to pick off the banner first, hopefully. So, can you make, if you get 5 here, you've done it.
Yeah, so Gloin first.
And you do it. So you want to do Gloin first, just chopping away at him. Needing 5s, re-rolling 1s. Boom! And now it's that 6. And a Morgul Knight with the banner bites the dust. So we're going to move swiftly on
into Oin.
Oin. So this is a bit of a chance.
Here we go. We will fight this one.
You're gonna, yeah.
He's going to go for it now.
He's going for it. That's what I like to hear. Here we go.
He gets a 2.
2. It's not great. No boshes.
Double
6s. Okay.
Here we go.
We need another one of those. Need another performance. Have I used the 6 on these dice? I don't think so. I feel that there's one in there. There's one in there. Oh, such a shame. So he's going to back away, and he does, of course, lose a will point, which means we're going to move on to the next combat. And the next combat, Dwalin?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So Dwalin versus 1. What do I get? I set the bar.
Oh, he gets that 6. Here we go.
It's poor. It's poor. Okay, so this guy used his Morgul Blade. This is the last one who's got it. I think he's the last one who's got it, this one. Okay, so he might as well use it.
Yeah.
Needing 6s. No, gets 4s. That's wasted, but we're going to mark him off as well. And go into the final combat over here. So I can't break. You are going to win this game. Here we go. Let's do this.
What does he set the bar up for you? Gets that 6.
Gets the 6.
You can equal it.
You certainly can. James Scullion. Oh, no, they don't do it. So punish him.
Make another 1 path.
Prioritising the one with the low.
Ooh,
you get one.
You get one.
Okay, so he, because of the combat, will be down to 3. So this fate point will take him down to 2. And he passes it, but he's down to 2. And there we go. So that'll be the end of this. We would then roll for priority at this point, but we're not going to do it because Bilbo is going to successfully move Gandalf away from the Dungeons of Dol Guldor. The Champions of Erebor have done their job, although Balin and Thorin have been, they have been wounded. An absolutely fantastic game. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing something very different there with the Force builds. Never seen the Champions of Erebor before, and I can't remember the last time that we did Castellans of Dol Guldor. It might have been on GBHL podcast for the treasure hunt scenario. So thank you for an absolutely marvellous game. Thanks for travelling down, and we're going to go, of course, into the world famous post-battle bat-rep breakdown. Welcome Hotcakes gamers to the post-battle bat-rep breakdown for that wonderful little scrap which was the rescue from the Dungeons of Dol Guldor. I think that's what we'll try and fit that in the YouTube title. Thank you very much for an outstanding game.
That was awesome.
Really enjoyed that. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was nice to use the models at Kev's for me as well.
They're absolutely gorgeous, and as we pointed out, getting the opportunity to use some things that we don't always get to use. They're not optimised forces necessarily, although I know that the Champions of Erebor have got some synergies.
Yeah, they're quite beefy anyway.
They are quite beefy. So let's talk about a couple of things. Let's start things off with the scenario itself. So we tried to create something that was a little bit fluffy. You've got to be careful when you create scenarios yourself, especially if you don't play test them, when you give different objectives.
Yes.
So, but I did feel in this case that it was quite balanced, and I think one of the things that made it balanced was that it was always going to be quite tough to break you.
Yeah.
Because just all the defence 8 needing 6s all the time, or 5s by 3s with the lances.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was going to be huge, but also the fact that it wasn't going to be easy for you
to run off. Yeah.
Exactly, because you're slow.
Yeah, and especially with Bilbo with the 4 as well.
Exactly, Bilbo with 4. Although the boy did it for you in the end.
He did. He made it off.
He did it for you. So how did you find how that game sort of rolled out? So, talk us through it.
Yeah, I thought, wow, as we said, like as we were getting through it, it was just 50-50 all the way through to start off with, and it was just grinding each other down, really. That was the key.
Yeah, it kind of set up nicely, didn't it, with you moving in, obviously all bunched together. It looked quite cinematic as the forces of Dol Guldor swarmed around the flanks and kind of charged in. And, you know, we were saying possibly up until about halfway through that game. Well, there was a bit further. Yeah, it was a bit further.
That one turn.
I think it was about 3 turns from the end, because they end up being quite short turns, but about 3 turns from the end, when you whittled down.
Gloin and Dwalin just sort of beasted through a little bit.
Gloin and Dwalin did it. Oin surviving.
Yeah, just shielding, just bashing people off.
And Keeley holding up as well.
Yeah, he performed hugely.
And it just had that ripple-on effect where all of a sudden the Castellans popping off, disappearing off.
Because I think that was key in for a couple of them. You kept rolling those fates and it just wasn't happening for you.
No, but tremendous fun. Would definitely suggest you give something like that a go. That was a 690 point battle report. We don't usually do them at that, but I think your force just came in at 690, and because I was fitting a Witch King in, we could make it so that it was exactly on point. So in terms of man of the match, who would you give it to?
Oh, I don't know. Like Gloin's up there, seeing as he managed to beast that turn, even though he was prone in transfix for a lot of the start.
It was such a key moment. Such a key moment. It really did stop the knock-on effect, because with small forces like this, as soon as there's a tipping point with all hero forces or with small forces, let's say an all Sons of Ale list, where suddenly losing that extra 1, that's it. It really rolls over. It becomes a bit of a cascade. There's no way back, as it were. So I think that moment was so important.
It was huge.
So important.
And obviously having my tag name of Son of Gloin.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be, isn't it?
Yeah, got to give it to him. But I mean, Oin surviving for all that time with only 1 attack dice and being only fight 5. I mean, he really held out, did a great job. And Dwalin even being able to, needing 4s against things that would normally need 6s.
Yeah, especially when you got that triple wound on one of your guys as well. That was huge.
Triple wound, got that guy right down to only having 1.
3?
No, got down to 1, I think.
That's 1.
Got him down to only having 1 or 2. So yeah, that was a real big moment.
Yeah, it was.
So thank you very much for joining in with that battle report. What we'll try and do now is do a bit of an army showcase, I think, for your Champions of Erebor.
Yeah, definitely.
Make a brew and have a little look at that. Are you enjoying all the Hotcakes Gaming Adventures in Arda and battle reports, match reports?
Yeah, loving them. Good
stuff. Well, we'll hope to continue. So you guys know what to do to support that. You can be a legend like James, and even if you're contributing just $1
a month, isn't it?
Yeah, $1 a month is huge in terms of the amount of support that gives me, and of course if you're all getting out there and doing it, it's a big help to being able to produce even more content, which we want to be able to do.
Yeah, definitely.
So I hope you guys are enjoying it. Check out the links in the video description below for learning about how to do that. We've had a good game, haven't we?
We have had a great game.
We've had a really, really great game. Lots and lots of fun. And hope you guys out there are having a really good game too. See you in the next episode of Adventures in Arda.